Hello viewers and welcome to our channel, Fishing Advisors. In this video, we picked only the best 5 fishing line. By comparing hundreds of products based on a few criteria, and ranked them. For example, features of the product, manufacturer's reputation, value for money, and most importantly, user feedback. If you choose from this list, you can be rest assured that you are buying the best product. Please do check the product link in the description box below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to enjoy more awesome content like this. So without any delay, let's get Number 5, KastKing FluoroKote Fishing Line. If you like fluorocarbon line but don't like the higher cost, KastKing FluoroKote is a happy medium. It provides time-tested strength and versatility of a mono line with a fluorocarbon coating that helps reduce the line's visibility in the water. And because it's mono, it still provides a good deal of flexibility compared to a full fluorocarbon line. We also found that this was one of the easier lines to tie knots with, which was a welcome relief after fishing with a braided line. Unfortunately, because this is still a monofilament line, there were some drawbacks. While it was a little less stretchy than typical mono lines, it still stretched enough to hinder sensitivity. We were caught off guard a few times when a fish stole the bait. And when using a lure, it was hard to sense its movement through the water. If you want a happy medium between a full fluorocarbon line and a mono one, though, the KastKing FluoroKote is still a good bet. Number 4, Berkley Trilene Big Game Monofilament Fishing Line. If you need a no-frills fishing line that gets the job done in nearly any environment, look no further than the Berkley Trilene Big Game. It's amazingly strong and resists abrasion well. This was proven many times when we got a lure stuck in some rocks, and the line was nearly impossible to break even after scraping over the rocks many times. This line was also great for different fishing styles, whether it be casting with a lure or just dropping a hook with a worm on it. It was also one of the best when it came to knot strength. Once we tied a knot, we were confident it would hold. Although it had many upsides, there were some downsides to consider. This line had the most stretch of all the lines tested. This diminished its feel quite a bit, so we missed more than a few bites. And trying to set the hook was a problem several times. It also has a fair bit of memory, so expect to have some issue if you leave this on the reel for an extended period. Overall, this line was great for a range of styles and techniques. So, if you need a line that can handle the rigors of everyday fishing, you might want to give the Berkley Trilene Big Game a try. Number 3, KastKing SuperPower Braided Fishing Line. It came to feel, KastKing SuperPower Braided Line was about as sensitive as any line we've ever used. It consistently let us know when a fish was biting and helped us quickly set the hook as soon as they took the bait. It also gave us impressive casting distance and was respectable when it came to abrasion resistance. And being that it's a braided line, its diameter was far smaller than a similar mono line, meaning we could fit a lot of line on a small reel. This was especially beneficial when hiking out to a secret spot and wanting to bring the smallest and lightest gear possible. The only downsides? For one, if you've ever tied a knot with braided line, you know how hard it can be. This line was no different and might even be more difficult than other braided lines. There was also the small issue of the dye coming off on your hands when spooling it. Not a big deal, but not desirable either. All in all, if you want a fishing line that will give you incredible feel, check out the KastKing SuperPower Braided. Number 2, Berkley Trilene XL Monofilament Fishing Line. If you want the right combination of versatility, strength, and sensitivity at a low price. Look no further than the time-tested Berkley Trilene XL. While this line lacks some of the fancy features found on the lines above, it makes up for it with quality and versatility. It had reasonably low memory for a monofilament line, which helped it resist kinks for better casting. Speaking of that, this was the best mono line when it came to casting performance. It ran smoothly through the guides on multiple rods and helped us place the bait right where we wanted it. It was also a very versatile fishing line, working equally as well in fresh and salt water. One of the few things we found to complain about was its abrasion resistance. While it was better than some of the other mono lines, it was still reasonably easy to break the line if ran over some rocks a few times. This meant we lost a few lures to the rocky lakeshore and riverbed. But if that minor flaw isn't a big deal for you, we recommend picking up the Berkley Trilene XL at a low price for a great product. Number 1. Berkley Vanish Fluorocarbon Fishing Line. It's difficult to land a trophy fish if you've spooked them all into hiding. That's precisely where the Berkley Vanish Fluorocarbon excels. When in the water, it was seemingly invisible, solidly living up to its name in our tests. Another nice feature is its impressive sensitivity. It allowed us to detect even the smallest bites and set the hook when a fish took the bait. It also features relatively low memory for a fluorocarbon line, which was a plus when casting. And it had the unique ability to sink faster than the other lines, something we appreciated when trying to drop a lure close to where a fish had just jumped. The only real complaint we had about this line is its casting distance. While it beat out many of the monofilament lines we tested, it couldn't keep up with the braided ones in our tests. Overall though, if you want a nearly invisible line with great sensitivity and strength, this line is for you. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you like this unbiased review. And please don't forget to subscribe us to get the news of upcoming reviews. Stay tuned.
Fuck her in the Benz.